Actually, two comments on here that Horrorlad SteveO made in the chat over on episode 63 of RJP's Darlie Routier case. Go on over and look. You notice that's one thing that they don't do on their channels is say, go on over and look at Bryan, put him in his place. Go on over there and look. Because if they know that if any one of them debate this case with me, I will make them look silly. Because they are speculating, they are lying, and they are not going with the facts of the testimony, and they'll end up having to say, well, this one lied and that one lied, and Charles Lynch was in a mental hospital, and James Crime wasn't a CSI. They'll break it down to somebody's lying. Any one of them come debate me. They won't. RJP will not mention my channel and channel name because he doesn't want you to go look. He doesn't want you to come look where I catch them lying about the case and disrespecting Devin and Damon Routier. So here's what I want to see. First of all, this is a mistake or a lie. There is a boot mark on the lower center of the gate found. Absolutely not. Read James Cron's testimony. There's no scuff marks on that gate. None. None at all. And he was there. You weren't. Okay, what I really wanted to do this. He's saying you can also be hit in the jaw and knocked out without huge bruising. You always see this with boxers when they get clipped. Boxers. He said boxers. Boxers when they get clipped. Right? First of all, you have to understand that their faces are filled up with petroleum jelly. They train to have tougher skin on their faces. They actually can move in and out of facial hits. But what he's saying is he's saying boxers, right? You get this with boxers. But he came to my channel and left a comment. He came to my channel and left a comment under the video that I just put out, which shows that the boxing gloves are there to prevent bruising. They put petroleum up. I know a little bit about MMA and a little bit about boxing. Trust me. But he changes up what he said. You can do it bare knuckle, Mr. Bryan. I used to do self-defense, no gloves. The jaw is very sensitive to the knockout. I was saying is a possible way to be rendered unconscious. More likely unconscious from that throat wound. No. You said boxing. Just double check it. Let's go over here and double check it. You always see this with boxers when they get clipped. Boxers. And she gave you a shout out. Sully gave you a shout out based on boxing, not bare knuckling, not MMA. You switched it up a little bit. So I left a reply to Steve, with who I will not block. I'd like to help rescue the guy. I said, Steve, I was only relaying what the truth is. Sully wasn't talking about bare knuckling. She was talking about boxing, not MMA. Darlie was not unconscious that night. Even her own story tells us that. Do you expect us to believe that she were knocked out, that her mortally wounded son could walk up to her and tap her and she would wake up? These people you panel with would be more believable if they hadn't caught in so many lies and word salads. I challenge you to bare knuckle with me in this case. Any one of you supporters. Point out where I misinformed, speculate, or lie in this case. They lie, and I prove it. Steve, you know why they tell you to block me? And I know they have. Because they tell everybody, don't pay no attention to him. He don't know what he's talking about. Just block him. Don't give it, because they don't want people to look at my channel. The views that I get are important views, right? I mean, they grow as, like, you can look at some of Rich's, and he's got 700-800 views. They grow over the years. I challenge Rich to promote my channel. I'm not here to make money. My channel's not monetized. I challenge Rich or any one of these other Darlie is innocent. Promote my channel. Let people come over here and look, because I'm going straight from the medical records, straight from the transcripts. I don't put, well, maybe, or she could have. I don't lie about the amount of blood that she lost, which is what has happened over there in this video that I just did. Darlie did not lose a large amount of blood. She did not. It's absolutely untrue. And if you read the testimony, you'll see that. I challenge you to bare knuckle with me regarding this case. Any one of you supporters out there, point out where I misinform, speculate, or lie in this case. They lie, and I prove it. Steve, you know why they tell me you to block me and don't engage with me? because they do not want to draw attention to the truth. They won't mention me in their vids because they do not want people to look here. Darlie is guilty. Come debate me. None of them will because the ones that have took their ball and went home after looking silly. Now, okay, Steve, Horrorlad, I'd like for you, in your spare time, to go take a look at Matt Orchard Crime and Society. This Darlie did it, an exercise in common sense. Look at the attributes. Because we collaborated together with this video. He fact checked with me. There were some things that I helped him to direct pay attention to and things like that. He's got 435,000 views. We know that he is out here to make money, but listen to this video. I'm not out here to make money. That's not what I do. I challenge you to take a look at that. I challenge you to debate with me. I've sent you email that you have not responded to, which is, I don't expect you to. See, because the thing with the Darlie Routier supporters is the truth fucking hurts. It hurts really bad. There's no way that cut on her, it was 9 millimeters all together through fat into the carotid sheath. 9 millimeters and 7.25 inches down with a hesitation wound. There's no way that it was painful enough to knock her out. There's just no way. It seems to me like all that bruising that was on her arms, it seems to me like he just conveniently missed punching her in the fucking face. He didn't harm her boobies either, did he? You know, another thing that's funny, Steve? Listen to this and consider this when you consider any crime scene and a man that's trying to overpower anyone else, even another man, and during a robbery or something else, he gave her no verbal commands whatsoever. He didn't say a word to her. Let that sink in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your comments. I encourage you to comment under my video anytime you want. But you'll stop eventually, like the rest of them did, because I'm not going to let this bullshit slide, and I'm not going to let these lies slide. I'm not. Justice for Devin and Damon.